Hi, my name is Pam, and today we're going to be cooking Korean barbecue pork or pork bulgogi. Now this recipe was shared to me by Chef Sunana, the KCC Korean food consultant. It's a delicious, delicious dish that's sweet, savory, as well as a bit spicy, and it's really versatile. So let's get cooking.
Here are the ingredients for Korean barbecue pork or pork bulgogi. You can also find the ingredient list in the video description box. For the marinade, you'll need half a cup of hot or red pepper paste, also known as Gochu-jang, 1 tablespoon of soy sauce, 4 tablespoons of sugar, 4 tablespoons of hot or red pepper flakes, also known as Gochu-Garu, 4 tablespoons of cooking wine, and this can be rice wine or white wine, as well as 5.5 tablespoons of garlic, either minced or grated. For the meat, you'll just need 1 pound of pork. And for the vegetables, you'll need half a white or yellow onion, as well as 1 bunch of green onion, also known as scallion. Here are the ingredients you'll be needing for this recipe, and you may not find these at an ordinary grocery store. You'll need some soy sauce, and my preference is the low sodium soy sauce. You'll need some cooking wine. You can use rice wine or white wine. My preference is rice wine. It's also called mirin. You'll be needing some hot pepper flakes or red pepper powder. It's also called Gochu-Garu. Please don't use a replacement like chili powder for this because it really won't work well. You do need to get the hot pepper powder or flakes. And you'll also be needing some hot pepper paste or red pepper paste, also called Gochu-jang. You can find these at your Korean or Asian grocery store.
Okay, so let's get started with our marinade. So we will be combining 1 tablespoon of soy sauce with 4 tablespoons each of rice wine, sugar, red pepper flakes, as well as 5.5 tablespoons of chopped or grated garlic. Now you can buy the cloves and do it yourself, either chop it up or put it in a food processor, or you can bite the bullet like me and buy the pre-minced garlic, which I've done here. So 5.5 tablespoons of that will be added to the marinade. And normally the recipe calls for half a cup of the hot pepper paste, but I'm a wimp, so we're just going to use a tiny bit. I'll use maybe about a tablespoon or so of this. So definitely make it to taste. Go along with whatever your spiciness level is, whatever you're comfortable with. This recipe is really forgiving as well. One thing I did want to note is that the hot pepper flakes are not as much spicy as they are sweet. So I personally wouldn't skimp on that. They add a lot of flavor to your marinade. So once you've mixed this up, the marinade is ready for the pork. So let's move on. Okay, so we're putting our marinade aside for the moment so that we can cut our pork. So we're going to need 1 pound of pork. Tenderloin works, or pork chops work as well. So you want thin slices. Ideally you want them to be about 2 inches by 4 inches, but I don't have that, and that's okay. So we're just going to thinly slice up all this pork, and then we're going to add it to the marinade. So I finished chopping up the pork. I'm going to add it to my marinade. Let's mix that all up really, really well. Okay, so once the pork has been thoroughly mixed into the marinade, I'm going to cover it in plastic wrap and put it in the fridge to cool for half an hour. And while that is cooling off, we're going to cut some veggies. So we'll need half a white onion as well as 1 bunch of green onion or scallion. So we're going to cut the scallion at about 2 inches in length. I'll just cut the ends off. And then we're going to thinly slice 1 white onion. Okay, so the pork has been marinating in the fridge for half an hour, so let's get it cooking. Get a wok or a pan and put it on your stove at medium heat. Add a bit of vegetable oil, maybe just a tablespoon or so. And then wait until it heats up a bit before you add your pork. I'm going to add my white and my green onions. I'm going to mix it all up. And then we're going to let this cook for 8 to 10 minutes until the pork is all cooked through. So the pork has been cooking for about 10 minutes now. As you can see, it's a beautiful white color. It's not pink and translucent anymore, so we know it's cooked through. So it's time to take it off the stove and have a taste. Alright, let's eat! 맛있게 먹어! This is so yummy! So it's sweet and savory, it's full of flavor, and just a little bit spicy because I chose to put just a bit of the hot pepper paste in here. It goes really well with steamed rice, but I've also changed it up a bit and I put it in tacos with some cilantro and lime coleslaw. I put it in spring rolls before. It's so versatile and so yummy no matter how you make it. So I encourage you to try this at home. If you do so, please mention that in the comments. And please check out tons of other Korean recipes you can find online because Korean food is so delicious. So thank you so much for tuning in and I hope you had a good time. Bye!